am 22 years old. I took the instrumentation program at Lambton College. I really enjoy working on cars and working with my hands from a young age.
My name's Colin McDonald. I graduated the MILLWRIGT program at Lambton College. I got a job as a millwright. If you have trouble with your machine, call me. I come to your site. I investigate it quickly and try to get you back up and running.
My name's Cole Ferreira. I took the welding techniques program at Lambton College. I'm currently a Boilermaker in the pressure system welder apprenticeship.
My name's Abigail Inkpen. I'm local to Sarnia. I'm a teacher at Lambton College. I own my own salon called the Vault Hair Studio, and I just really love making women feel totally beautiful in their own skin.
My name is Mason Milne. I've lived in Sarnia my whole life. I went to college to be a truck and coach mechanic, and I'm currently working at Westcan Bulk Transport in Sarnia, in the heart of the industry.
My name is Kathleen. I am a graduate of the aesthetics program here at Lambton College. It is a wonderful skilled trade that has set me up perfectly for having my own business. I run my own spa called Practically Perfect Aesthetics as a home-based spa here in town.
So my name is Michael Whitstone. I'm from Onion Lake Cree First Nation in Saskatchewan. I was born in Lloydminster, but was raised in Edmonton, Alberta, and literally just wrote my last test 20 minutes ago, and I'm officially a graduate at Lambton College out of the Renovations Construction program.
I chose aesthetics because I was a really unfortunate looking teenager who did not know how to take care of my skin. I didn't want other teenagers to have to deal with that, and I wanted to be able to help people with their skincare.
I actually was going to go to art school. I wanted to be an art teacher. I'm a visual artist as well. Then I knew that I loved hair, so I decided to go to hair school first, and then I just fell in love with it completely, totally. It embodied everything that I am as a person, and I was able to make a really good income off of it, and now I just keep growing with it, and I love that about it.
I chose the truck and coach program because I've always had an interest in cars and trucks and that ever since I was young. So it's just a good way to make a hobby my everyday and make money while doing it. You can go home at the end of the day satisfied that you've solved problems, you've helped people. So it's definitely a very rewarding trade to go home to, but it is very hardworking at the same time.
I chose millwright as a trade because it's actually my second trade. My maintenance career started off in the United States Air Force as an aircraft mechanic. So I did 7 years working on F-16s, and then I got out and ended up in Canada. And when I decided to go back to school, millwright was what was offered by Lambton, and it was basically like direct carry-on from where I had left off. So instead of working on airplanes, hydraulics that move flaps and rudders, I'm working on hydraulics that might go into a cooler and chill water or whatever,
I chose instrumentation because it's mostly days. I want a family and it pays well. There's a ton of opportunities in this trade.
I've always enjoyed building. Ever since I was a kid, I would be that person that would constantly be beside either my stepdad or my dad, helping him build, because he always did projects around the house. Hitting a hammer on the wall with a nail was so fun, and at a young age. My dream ultimately is to build my own house and housing for people. Going up north to the reservations up north, to all the Indigenous people and give them proper housing, proper heat.
I chose welding techniques to more enhance my welding skill and get better at what I wanted to achieve later in life. I applied to go to the Boilermakers Union, and I got in there and I got more tickets there, and now I'm a first-year apprentice. I'm working at Suncor for the spring turnaround.
My education as an instrumentation tech can work anywhere from refineries to breweries to factories, solar plants, like the college too as well. There's plenty of opportunities out there.
I'm a small home-based spa. You can work in resorts. My sister-in-law worked on a cruise ship. She's also a grad of this program. Golf courses, big fancy spas, little spas like mine.
The places are really unlimited. You can work at cabinetry places, you can work concrete, foundations, framing, roofing, siding, flooring. The list goes on and on and on. But this program's a jack of all trades because you get the hint of every aspect related to a house. There's just tons tons and tons of jobs.
As a hairstylist in the trade, you can work on sets of movies. You can work behind the chair in a salon. You can own your own salon. Photo shoots. You can work on cruise ships. You can literally work anywhere. You just kind of make it what you want it to be. You can go as far as you want.
Really anywhere that there are machines. Every building that you see downtown in Toronto has a large diesel generator in the basement, or some other similar industrial machine that building and that company needs in order to make heat or process transactions or whatever.
With a truck and coach certificate, you can work in a fleet shop, work on fleet maintenance. You can work for a mom and pop shop, like customer-based, or a dealership. You could also eventually try to start things off yourself and run your own business.
So an average day at work for me is I get there around 6:30 in the morning, have my coffee, get ready, put on my coveralls, and then wait for morning toolbox talk with our supervisor and foremans. And then everyone gets a detailed overview of what they're doing that day. Basically just go out and do our work, and then after we're done, we wrap up, clean up, roll back everything at the end of the day, and then just go home.
An average day of working in research, you come in the morning, we have a morning meeting about our projects, what we're doing, who's working on what project, and what we plan on accomplishing that day. It really varies. Some days you can travel, you can be working on panels, you can be doing research for the project, having meetings with clients. It really varies day to day.
I am a busy girl. Once I do my full shift of being mom before I start my day, sit down with my coffee, I go through all my clients that I'm going to have that day, make sure I have everything set up for each of them. I answer any text, Facebook message, Instagram messages, all of that, how my clients reach out to me. I try to come up with some sort of clever social media post for the day, make sure my room's set up for my first client. I see my clients throughout the day. I try to space them out, especially now. Yeah, I usually see 5 to 7 clients a day.
Day-to-day basis for me, obviously show up, get changed, put on your coveralls, and then likely pull in either a tractor or a trailer for oil change, grease job, brake job, check engine light, just anything that's going on to keep the fleet going.
So a day in the average millwright, in my experience and where I work, is you show up for work and you probably have a shop full of steam turbines or centrifugal compressors that you're working on a schedule to overhaul. You might be on a 3-week schedule to do a full tear down, clean, inspect, precision measure, provide recommendations on repairs and parts replacements. And then when you're contracted to reassemble and test and ship, all within a budgetary and schedule constraints. And then that's on top of being in the service world, where oftentimes you have to respond to emergency outages, forced outages. Customers might have a crash, and so they need you to put everything aside and get to work on whatever it is, what kind of problem they're having.
My education path was very, very, very bad. I was pulled in and out of school growing up. I grew up in the foster care system at the young age of 7 years old. So I kind of grew up alone and being, no family, no mom, no dad, no brothers, no sisters. So I kind of had to teach myself and learn how to grow and be the man I am today. It was very, very hard, but I still made it out because I wanted to. You can never say you can't do it, because there's people out there like me that have been, 6 feet deep before. I still crawled out, and I'm more happier now than I've ever been. It's because I finally looked at myself in the mirror and said, I need to change, not just for me, but now for my son.
I looked into the college, and for me, the difference, I was stuck between CPET and instrumentation. The straight days, most of the time, you have overtime shifts which can go into the nights, and the good pay and just the difference between the two, ISET was my main choice.
So my personal education actually started on a completely different path. I was going to school for fine arts, and with not being able to find a job, people almost look down on that sometimes. And I really just wanted to thrive, and I wanted my creativity to show in something that was everyday, right? So that's where hair came in. And I chose Lambton because Lambton, first of all, you can get OSAP, which is amazing, and you get a diploma. which is huge for me. It's intense, it's a lot, but you learn so much, and the faculty here is amazing. I love them so much. They have become my friends now. And then after that, you get to go through and you apprentice underneath another salon professional. That part is hard. It is such a hard thing to apprentice because you're just working your butt off to try to just get your license. That's what you want, but there's so much to learn. We used to do Kelly Clarkson highlights that were chunky and whatever, and now we're doing these beautiful sun-kissed balayages, right? So you have to re-educate yourself to be able to do those things to keep yourself relevant in the industry.
I was in high school and I was working on my COEB tickets for my flat and horizontal, and then when I came to Lambton College for welding techniques, I got my vertical and my overhead COEB certificates. Our faculty members brought us on a tour to Kilgore's shop to get an overview of what the trades look like from the day-to-day basis, and I enjoyed it. It was a big eye-opener for me. I could see myself working in the future there, so I went after it and I applied and I got the job. After a year and a half of working there, I found an interest in the field as a Boilermaker, and I applied for that position as an apprentice. I've been welding in the field ever since then.
My dream is to stay in Sarnia, doing a hands-on job, hopefully as a full-time and permanent employee, and I definitely do want to work in the refineries.
Soon I will be eligible to go for my Red Seal written exam. After I get that, I would like to eventually one day become a shop supervisor.
There's so many things in the aesthetics world that's going to be new in the next 10 years. I don't know what they are. They don't exist yet. I actually love my job. That's not normal. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I love it.
I own my own business, possibly be able to retire from that and have somebody else run my business. I really like being a part of a team that is high-fiving each other when they've accomplished something difficult, and celebrating each other's successes, even though it's nothing to do with you.
My dream end goal is to become a journeyman and become a foreman or a supervisor one day, and maybe run the show out in the field.
My career aspirations right now are to keep growing. I really want to become a platform artist one day, so that's what I'm working towards right now with my Kevin Murphy job. I would like to maybe open up a bigger salon one day, be able to take on some apprentices and help groom them into their amazing careers, some photo shoots, some editorial work, and bringing more of my art background into it. I'm going to customize that career and make it. I'm going to make it happen.
Get started now, and if you change your mind, you have this. You can always build upon anything, and if you're building on nothing, then where are you?
There are always multitude of reasons not to do something, There's always going to be people tell you not to, there's always going to be a reason not to do something, but when you're investing in yourself or you're trying to, advance your life, tomorrow always comes, and there's always another tomorrow. What is it tomorrow that's going to make you not want to do it, or that's going to keep you from getting on with your life?
I'd tell a high school student, if they're interested in the trades, that it's a great career choice. You work long hours, so you get big, nice paychecks. You just have to stay focused and work your butt off.
I wouldn't wait to come to college. There's two main reasons. One, you get more time with your teachers, more hands-on, face-to-face, one-on-one, and as well as everything is slowed down. So you get more time to hand in assignments, hand in your projects and stuff like that.
I think women should really look into going into the industrial trades if you like working with your hands, if you want a good paying job, if you want there to always be opportunities, more doors to open. There's always going to be a need for you because robots cannot replace the jobs that we do. Put your head down and study hard because the outcome is really worth it. I can promise that.
I'm the first one out of 3 generations in my family to get a high school diploma as well as a college diploma. Now most of my family and everybody else around myself feels like they are able to accomplish the same achievement.
You know who you are. You know what your motives are. Fix firmly in your mind the person you want to be and the places that you want to go. Be a positive force and just go for it. Don't pay any attention to the people that try to hold you back.
Jump into it, grow with it, and create your own career.
Just take the leap and go and just keep going.